Have you ever wondered what happens to intimacy as we age? Does it fade away after 70, or is there something deeper we should understand about it? In this video, we're diving into the essential role intimacy plays in our lives, even in our later years. Whether you're over 70 or care about someone who is, you'll want to know why sexuality doesn't have an expiration date, and how it directly impacts not just our emotional and social well-being, but also our physical and cognitive health. We'll explore the science behind it, how acts of intimacy, from simple caresses to deep emotional connections, release powerful hormones like oxytocin and endorphins that boost our mood, reduce pain, and promote overall happiness. You'll learn why the absence of intimacy can lead to stress, anxiety, and even isolation, and why it's vital to keep this conversation alive, no matter your age. This video is about more than just physical health. It's about reclaiming the joy, connection, and vitality that intimacy brings at any stage of life. Stay with us until the end, and you'll discover how to nurture your emotional health, strengthen relationships, and enhance your quality of life with simple yet profound changes. Don't miss out. Watch the full video to unlock the secrets to a happier, healthier you at any age. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. First and foremost, let me make something abundantly clear. This space has been crafted with deep respect, admiration, and love for our older population. Every word here is a tribute to the years of wisdom, resilience, and experiences they have accumulated throughout their lives. It is important to recognize that sexuality, far from being something that expires with age, is a timeless aspect of human nature. Sexuality may change its form over the years, adapting to the different stages of life, but it remains a powerful and essential source of connection, joy, and personal fulfillment. So why, then, should we shy away from discussing it? Why should we allow society to impose silence on such an important aspect of human existence? It's time to break the taboos and embrace the truth. Sexuality is not just for the young. It's for everyone, at any age. Now, let's delve into a question that is not only deeply personal but also profoundly impactful for so many older adults. What happens when intimacy begins to fade from our lives after the age of 70? The loss of intimate connection, whether sexual, emotional, or physical, can have far-reaching consequences. But we must remember that intimacy isn't just about the act of sex. It's about something much more profound, the simple yet powerful human need for touch, affection, and connection. When intimacy starts to wane, it's not only our physical health that is affected, but our emotional, social, and even cognitive well-being. Intimacy, in its many forms, nourishes our sense of belonging, our feelings of being valued, and our desire to keep living life with joy and purpose. From a medical perspective, it is well documented that sexual activity, understood in the broadest sense, including acts of affection such as caressing, kissing, and emotional contact, brings multiple benefits to the body and mind. On a physical level, it stimulates the release of hormones like oxytocin and endorphins. Oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, is released when we engage in affectionate touch and bonding. It promotes feelings of trust, safety, and emotional warmth. Endorphins, on the other hand, are the body's natural painkillers, which help reduce stress, elevate mood, and contribute to an overall sense of well-being. These hormones also have a positive impact on our immune system, making us more resilient to illness. It's no wonder, then, that the lack of intimate connection can have significant negative effects on older adults, contributing to higher levels of stress, anxiety, and even depression. The truth is, as we age, our bodies undergo a multitude of changes. Some expected, others less so. Hormonal shifts, physical limitations, and even changes in appearance can affect our libido and sexual capacity. This is natural, and while it may cause frustration or feelings of inadequacy, it is by no means the end of our desire for intimacy. And yet, these challenges are often compounded by a much deeper social and cultural issue. The pervasive myth that older people, especially those over 70, no longer have any desire or need for intimacy. This myth, which has been ingrained in our society for far too long, not only disregards the reality of human desire in later life, but also isolates older adults from the conversations and connections that can help them thrive. This myth creates a dangerous and damaging cycle. We don't talk about intimacy in older age, so the silence continues, leading to a lack of understanding, misinformation, and, in many cases, isolation. How many older individuals are quietly suffering from the lack of emotional or physical connection, simply because they feel too embarrassed or ashamed to bring it up? How many are afraid of being judged or dismissed as irrelevant in a world that constantly values youth and physical beauty over wisdom and experience? This is not just a personal issue, it's a societal one. It's a reflection of the way we view aging, the way we treat our elders, and the way we collectively fail to honor their continued desire for love, connection, and intimacy. In my view, it's time we challenge this outdated narrative. We need to shift our perspective and recognize that intimacy, in all its forms, is as important for older adults as it is for anyone else. It's not about the ability to perform sexually in the way that society expects. It's about the need to feel loved, to feel cherished, and to experience the deep, soulful connection that only intimacy can bring. When we deny older people the space to discuss and explore their intimate needs, we're not only doing them a disservice, but we are also contributing to a culture of silence and shame. And this, I believe, is something we must change. Not just for the sake of the older generation, but for the future of all of us. Because the truth is, we are all heading toward that stage in life. We are all aging, and we all deserve to feel seen, heard, and loved at every stage of life. Let's create a world where intimacy isn't a taboo, but a celebration of the beauty and complexity of the human experience, no matter how old we are. Let's talk about it openly, honestly, and with the deep respect it deserves. Because no one, regardless of their age, should have to go through life without the joy and fulfillment that intimacy brings. The absence of intimacy can have profound and often overlooked effects on our overall health, extending beyond just our emotional well-being to deeply impact our physical condition, particularly our cardiovascular health. Studies in the medical field have consistently shown that older individuals who engage in regular sexual activity, even in their later years, tend to enjoy better circulation, lower blood pressure, and a substantially reduced risk of developing cardiovascular diseases. It's astounding when you think about how something as natural as human connection, intimate touch, shared moments, can play such a significant role in the health of our heart and blood vessels. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. This is not just about physical pleasure, but about preserving and enhancing our vitality. Intimacy, in its many forms, seems to serve as a protective mechanism for our cardiovascular system, allowing the body to function at its best. In contrast, a lack of intimate connection can lead to serious consequences, including a state of chronic inflammation within the body. This inflammation, while seemingly innocuous, is tied to the development of numerous conditions such as arthritis, type 2 diabetes, and even heart disease. It's tragic to think about how something so fundamental to human health, closeness and physical touch, can become a casualty of the isolation and loneliness that so many people face in their later years. But the impact of a lack of intimacy doesn't stop at our physical health. Our minds, our emotions, and our very sense of self suffer just as much. The yearning for connection is deeply ingrained in human nature. We are wired to seek out closeness with others, whether through touch, shared experiences, or meaningful conversations. The absence of intimacy creates a void that cannot be easily filled, and this emotional gap can lead to feelings of loneliness, depression, and even despair. It's heartbreaking to think that so many people, especially as they age, are deprived of the love, companionship, and human touch that they need to thrive emotionally. The sense of disconnection can erode our sense of identity, leaving us questioning our worth and place in the world. And yet, intimacy is not just confined to romantic or sexual relationships. It includes any form of close, personal connection. Simple acts such as sharing meaningful moments with friends, receiving a warm hug, or even just holding hands with a loved one can have an immense impact on our emotional well-being. These moments of connection are vital for maintaining our self-esteem and nurturing our sense of belonging. When we are deprived of these moments, we begin to feel invisible and important, as if we no longer matter. This emotional isolation can leave us vulnerable to a range of psychological health issues, including depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Indeed, recent psychological studies have shed light on a troubling connection between loneliness, lack of intimacy, and the development of cognitive disorders such as dementia. Older adults who experience high levels of loneliness or sexual dissatisfaction are at a significantly greater risk of developing these conditions. Why is this? The answer lies in the powerful influence that intimacy has on the brain. Intimate connections, whether they are physical, emotional, or intellectual, stimulate the brain, keeping it engaged and active. This kind of stimulation is essential for maintaining cognitive health, especially as we age. The brain, much like the rest of the body, requires regular exercise to stay healthy and sharp. Intimacy is one of the most potent forms of this exercise, helping to foster neural connections that keep our minds alert and engaged. Without it, the brain can fall into a state of disrepair, leading to cognitive decline and memory loss. It's not just about the physical act itself, but the emotional engagement, the closeness, and the mental stimulation that come with it. When we neglect intimacy, we are not only depriving ourselves of pleasure or comfort, we are potentially shortening the quality of our lives. We risk losing a vital piece of what makes us human, the need to connect, to love, and to be loved in return. I believe that as a society, we need to be more aware of how essential these forms of connection are, especially as we grow older. The health benefits of intimacy are undeniable, not only for our bodies but for our minds and souls. So, it's important to remember that intimacy is not just a luxury, it is a necessity. We need it, perhaps more than we realize, to live fully and to experience the richness of life in all its dimensions. In a world that often values independence and self-sufficiency, we must not forget that we were never meant to walk this path alone. Open and honest communication with our partner is essential for maintaining a healthy, loving, and long-lasting relationship. It's not just about talking, but truly listening, understanding, and respecting each other's feelings, needs, and desires. In a partnership, it's vital to create a space where both individuals feel safe enough to express their concerns, share their vulnerabilities, and ask for what they need. Whether it's emotional support, affection, or simply a better understanding of what's going on in their hearts and minds. This type of communication helps build trust, and it also strengthens the emotional bond that sustains the relationship over time. Without it, misunderstandings can accumulate, leading to feelings of disconnection, resentment, and frustration. But with open and thoughtful conversation, we can maintain a vibrant connection, even during difficult times. However, communication is only one part of the equation. Equally important is taking care of our physical health. Our bodies are our life vehicles, and when we neglect them, it affects everything else. Our energy levels, mood, and yes, our intimate relationships. It's essential to engage in regular physical activity, eat nutritious foods, and ensure we're getting enough rest. When we feel good physically, we are much more likely to feel confident, energized, and ready to engage intimately with our partner. Taking care of our bodies doesn't just improve our health, it enhances our ability to connect with others, emotionally and physically. Moreover, it's crucial to seek activities that promote not just physical health, but emotional and social well-being. Life can be so busy, and sometimes we forget the importance of nurturing these other aspects of ourselves. Engaging in hobbies, spending time with friends, participating in social activities, or even simply enjoying a quiet moment with our partner can help foster intimacy. These activities offer opportunities for emotional closeness, And social interaction helps keep the mind sharp, reduces stress, and can even strengthen your bond with your partner. By maintaining a healthy balance of emotional, social, and physical activities, we create a fulfilling life that supports deeper connections with those we love. At times, however, there may be emotional or sexual challenges that are difficult to navigate on our own. Seeking professional help, such as sexual or emotional therapy, can truly be transformative. Therapy is not a sign of failure, but rather a courageous step toward understanding ourselves better and building a more profound relationship with our partner. These therapies offer strategies for overcoming intimacy challenges, help in communicating more effectively about sensitive topics, and provide insight into what may be blocking emotional or physical connection. When therapy is pursued with an open heart and mind, it can lead to tremendous personal growth and relationship fulfillment. In addition to communication and physical well-being, one cannot overlook the impact of hormonal health on intimacy. The balance of hormones in our bodies plays a significant role in how we experience desire, pleasure, and even the physical comfort we feel during intimate moments. For women, one of the most significant changes occurs during menopause, when estrogen levels begin to decline. This natural shift can lead to a variety of symptoms, such as hot flashes, mood swings, and vaginal dryness. These symptoms can create discomfort and even lead to a decrease in sexual desire or difficulty enjoying intimacy. The emotional toll of these changes can also affect one's self-esteem and confidence, potentially leading to a sense of disconnection between oneself and one's partner. Similarly, in men, testosterone levels naturally decrease as they age. This reduction can lead to a lower sex drive, reduced energy, and difficulties with physical performance. These changes can create feelings of frustration, confusion, and even embarrassment. For both men and women, the emotional side of aging and hormonal changes can be just as challenging as the physical ones. It can sometimes feel as though the changes are insurmountable, but the truth is, there are many safe and effective solutions available. Medical interventions, such as hormone replacement therapy, HRT, can help restore hormonal balance and alleviate some of the discomforts that come with these natural life stages. Additionally, using special lubricants or exploring different forms of intimacy can provide comfort and make the experience more pleasurable. Consulting with healthcare professionals is crucial in finding the right solutions tailored to individual needs, and with their guidance, these challenges can be navigated successfully. On a more personal note, I would like to take a moment to reflect on something that often gets overlooked: rediscovering our sexuality as we age. It's an intimate journey that can be both liberating and empowering. As we grow older, the rhythms of our bodies may change, and how we experience pleasure may evolve. But this doesn't mean we should resign ourselves to a life of diminished connection. On the contrary, it is an invitation to explore new forms of intimacy, to be open to different experiences, and to cherish the deep emotional and physical connections we can still create with our partners. Many older adults find that they enjoy their sex lives more as they age, perhaps because there is less pressure about things like pregnancy, societal expectations, or the overwhelming demands of youth. Without these external pressures, many couples report feeling freer to explore intimacy in new ways, without fear or shame. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In this stage of life, there's a profound opportunity for personal growth, emotional depth, and rediscovery of joy in connection. The intimacy that we build with our partners as we age can be far richer and more fulfilling than it was when we were younger. The emotional intimacy, the trust, the ability to enjoy physical closeness without the distractions of the past. These are the treasures that come with age. In a world that often glorifies youth, it is so important to remember that sexuality, and all the beauty that comes with it, don't have an expiration date. It's something that can be celebrated and enjoyed at every stage of life. Finally, I want to take a moment to address the profound social impact of this topic, a subject that is often overlooked and, unfortunately, shrouded in unnecessary silence. It is truly heartbreaking to see how the lack of sexual education for older individuals contributes to a society where taboos and unspoken barriers prevent many people from expressing their needs or seeking the help they deserve. Far too often, these social stigmas lead to isolation, feelings of shame, and a profound sense of disconnection from one's own body and desires. This isn't just an issue of education, it's a matter of human dignity. We must understand that sexuality is not a fleeting privilege reserved solely for the young. It is, in fact, a basic human right that accompanies us through the entirety of our lives. Age should never dictate the boundaries of one's emotional, physical, or sexual well-being. What's even more concerning is that when this topic is left unaddressed, it leads to an entire generation being denied the opportunity to live their lives fully and authentically. Too often, the perception that older adults do not need intimacy or pleasure is perpetuated. The truth, however, is that intimacy and sexual health are an essential part of what makes us human, and these needs don't simply vanish with age. The emotional and physical experiences of love, connection, and affection can be just as, if not more, fulfilling as one grows older. With the right knowledge and support, older individuals can continue to explore and experience their sexuality in ways that contribute to their overall well-being and quality of life. I hope that today's discussion has been a meaningful space for reflection and learning, and that it has sparked within you a sense of empowerment. To the beloved members of our community, those who carry the wisdom of years and the beauty of lived experience, I want you to know that your health encompasses so much more than just physical fitness. True well-being involves nurturing your emotional life, your intimate relationships, and your connection to yourself. Taking care of yourself means acknowledging that your needs are valid and deserve to be expressed, no matter how old you are. Your intimate and emotional life is an integral part of your health, and it is just as deserving of attention and care as any other aspect of your body. Age is not a barrier to experiencing pleasure, connection, or emotional fulfillment. The joy that comes from sharing intimacy, being loved, and loving in return only becomes more profound with time, wisdom, and maturity. As we wrap up today's discussion, I'd like to invite each of you to reflect on everything we've covered. What has stood out to you the most? What new insights have you gained about sexuality, aging, and the importance of embracing all aspects of our well-being, regardless of age? I truly hope that today's conversation has sparked some valuable reflections that you can carry with you in your journey forward. I would love to hear from you. Please take a moment to share in the comments below one thing you've learned today that you plan to apply in your own life. Let's continue to learn from each other and build a community that values health, intimacy, and personal growth at every stage of life. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful discussions like this one. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, remember to take care of yourselves, with love, wisdom, and a whole lot of heart.